Hello everyone. Welcome to this series of learning Python. Thank you for joining this session. Today in this session, I will be talking more about collection in Python. So this is Ghanshyam here. Let's start in more detail about learning the collection array in Python. So in this particular session, you can see that in the collection, we have a different types of collections in Python. Like for an example, we have list, tuple, set, dictionary. So as you know, that array is something which have a lot of elements, right? And which can have the indexes associated with the arrays. So just we'll understand more about it in detail. Like what is list? It's basically a collection where the elements will be arranged in a ordered, and it can be a changeable, but it also allows the duplicate values. Whereas the tuple is also a collection which is again in ordered, but it is not changeable, and it also allows the duplicate element in the collection. Whereas the set is an unordered and unindexed. Here, the duplicate member may exist, right? Sorry, there is a no duplicate basically which is allowed in the set. Whereas in dictionary, it's a key pair combination in the dictionary. And here also, basically, no duplicate members will be allowed, right? So it is also a dictionary is also unordered, and basically you can change the element whenever if you would like to add or you want to remove, you can do those activity in the dictionary. So when you are choosing, collection type, it is useful to understand the properties of each type, whether you go for the list or the tuple or set and dictionary. And then based on your business requirement, you need to choose a particular collection type so that it will increase the efficiency and the security for your data. Let's understand more about the list. So as I said, the list is an ordered and changeable. So and it basically represent with the square bracket or the list. So just for an example, we have a different methods through which basically we can, make more uses of a list like append, clear, copy, count, extend. There are different like pop, remove, reverse, sorting of the elements of, which are the elements there in the list can be, you can do the action based on using this method. So just quickly, what I can do is let's see how we can, create one simple list through the Python program. So I just take a copy of it just to save the time. Okay, and we'll go to the Python directly, and we'll click over here, and we'll see. So you can see here, this is a variable, and which is a data type is a list, and in the square bracket we are having the three fruits name. And let's run this program and see what is the output. And we can see that we can able to print the values right from the list. Okay, if you would like to access the element, that also can be done. Just for an example, if I say, here like print my list, and you have to give in bracket. Like for an example, if I wanted to access the element one, again here one thing needs to understand is that the element index starts from the zero. If I say one, it basically talks about the second element in the list. So let's so you can see grapes. Grapes is the second element in the list. That is where the one represents the second element. Fine. So we understood a little about list. So how we can able to access the items from the list, that also can be understood. Let's move ahead by using the whatever the different methods are there. For an example, if you would like to insert some item into the list, how do you do that? So for an example, I have given here. If required, I will be giving you this PPT for more details. So just for example, I'm using this. So please, you would like to insert a new element into the element into the list. Then what you can do is can use this. For an example, uh, here one thing to understand is like, see, where you would like to insert your new item. When I'm mentioning the one, again, as I said already, that index, decides the element where it needs to be moved. When I say one, it means it should be a 0 and 1. It should be in the place between mango and grapes, because mango, the index is 0, and for the grapes, currently it is a 1. But when I'm saying 1 needs to be inserted, it will get into between mango and grapes. Let's see that. Yeah, you can see the orange being moved into the list. Similarly, you can use remove, you can use pop, dull, clear, append, extend. Yeah, then, here, if you would like to bring out, or wanted to print the elements between the ranges, it also can be done. For an example, you would like to print from 2 to 5. So as it starts from the 0, so 0, 1, 2, and you want till 5, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Till million it will going to be represented. This is the way we can able to work on the you can work on the like multiple items wherever you require based on your requirement. Right? So just program and see. Yeah, you can see here 2 to 5 elements has been printed out. Great. So there is one more constructor called as a list. With the help of the list, also what you can do is, you can print the new list. Just for an example, I'll show you. Yeah, it is the same thing, but you can do ahead with the ranges, right? So the important thing which needs to be noted is this double round bracket. Okay, you can see here the thing can be done over here. Yeah, so the same thing, it talks more about the different methods. Built-in methods are there, which through which you can able to work on the element of item in the list. Let's understand the other collection also called as a tuple. So basically, a tuple will be represented with the square, round brackets, and it's unordered and unchangeable. That's the one difference between the list and the tuple is that list is changeable, whereas the tuple is not changeable, right? But it's also an ordered group. So you can see from the right hand side, there are a lot of elements, a lot of methods are there, like count, add, class, dictionary, different methods are there through which you can work on the element on the tuple. So how do you create the tuple? As I said, it's again the same thing. Like you just need to put it into the bracket that will represent it as a a tuple. So if you execute it, you can get the list basically. What is the issue? Yeah, there is some tag issue, right? Because it is from the now it's good. Yeah, you can see it. So again, it is the same thing. Like if you would like to access the element, then what you need to do is like you just need to pass the element index. And yeah, here also one important thing is that you can go for the reverse accessing the element by passing the -1 and all. For the example, let's print this particular example. In that example, you come to know how which particular element. So it basically takes the item from the last. The orange is the last element. So this minus basically talks about the plus. If you give the plus, then it will take the element from the beginning, and if you give the minus, then it will take from the reverse. So this is one of the advantages and the tuple. Right. So yeah. So as I said, like it will be taking the element from the back side, from the reverse side. So yeah, it's the same thing. Also, we can do from the as we are doing from the ranges of index. Same with the list. Similar thing can be also done with the tuple. Like if you would like to know from the from this element to other element, how do you take? Simple is the same thing which can be also done with the tuple. So right, so to a fifth element will be get printed. Fine. So even we can do the negative ranges with the help of in the tuple. Let's move ahead with the another example of the collection. As coming back to the tuple, you can see these are the different methods can be used on the element on the tuple. Let's move ahead to understand more about set. So set is also a collection which is unordered and unindexed. That is also very important features of set, which makes the different from the list and the tuple, that it is unordered and unindexed. So sets are written with the curly brackets, right? You can see here. This is the curly bracket, and how do you create the sets? So just if you use in the curly bracket, you can able to create the set. Now, one thing very important to notice, as I already mentioned, it is unordered, so that you cannot be sure that the as I said, is an unordered. So when you will print any element from the set can be displayed in the beginning or in sequences. It will be not in a sequential way. Let's check it out how it is behaving in our. Um, you can see here mango, grapes, and orange are there. It could be same. It could be a different also. Now you can see here. This is giving an example. See, grapes was the second element, but it is coming at the first. So it is proving that it is not, in a sequence, right? So yeah, you can add the element. You can add one element. You can add a multiple element into the sets, and these are the different methods through which you can able to work on the different. You can work on the element on the. For an example, if you wanted to add, if I wanted to add one element or the multiple elements, let's take it here. Here, one thing to keep at note is that indentation and the case sensitive, like Python is very case sensitive. So if you keep a capital letter or a small letter, both things will be treated as a different. That we need to keep in our mind. And just one example, if this. So you say add only one element will be get added into the set. But whereas if you wanted to get update, the multiple element can be updated from the list. Okay. So an example, I have to say it will get updated, but we have to give mind. For an example, first we'll add this. You see the orange is already there now. Remove the orange from here, and I will try. Okay. So as it is unordered, so definitely orange has been updated. Now what we will try is we have the orange, and now what I'll do is I'll just see this. Okay, I'll uncheck this. So basically, make the comment. So now I'm adding orange, mango, and grapes. Here. Yeah, so basically through the update you can add multiple items to a set. So you cannot access the item in a set by referring to an index or a key, because as I said very clearly, right, because it's non-ordered, right? You cannot able to access a particular item using the index or a key. Let's understand more about other collection type. That is only one thing that's left out is dictionary. Yeah, dictionary is one of the very important collection in Python. The reason for that, and it has a varieties of uses in the current industry, where you can go ahead with shopping cart or anywhere where the dynamically the price and the items get added or removed or get popped out. So this particular dictionary features is will be used in a lot of places, and it's so dynamic in nature that you can you when while you are doing the shopping, you can see the prices are dynamically gets changed, and the items are dynamically gets added and removed. So that's all. If any particular program is being used with the Python, definitely they are using their dictionary. So dictionary is a collection which is unordered, changeable, and it is indexed, right? So in Python, dictionaries are written with a curly bracket, similar as a set, and they have a key and value paired. So any like price and item, all right. Similarly, you can see here anything which is having a key and values, having a key and values. So how do you create a particular how do you create a particular dictionary? It is the same thing through which you can able to create. Just one example, I will help you out how to create a uh, just one example. What we will do is we will be using that only, right? Okay. And instead of this, what I can do is, say, I'll say 10 or 100. Okay. Then we have to give the comma. Then again, we give 500. Okay. A good idea for me. That doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, because okay, here one more important thing. Let's execute this. So you can see here it's a key and value pair. Through this, we can able to create the dictionary. We have a different methods, through which you can access the element of dictionary. Like we have a clear, we have a get, we have a pop, we have a delete, we have a you know even a dictionary. A dict is also one sort of a method. So through which we can able to access the uh, you can work on the element on the particular access. Let's see here, let's execute one element from the one method from the collection is. Okay, so there is a space issue, you put in mind. You can say here, key is the brand and value is the Ford, right? It's a car model. And so the model is something like and then which year it has been manufactured, 1940. Okay, 1940. And then if I wanted to get the value of what is the key for what is the value for Mustang, what is the value of model from this dictionary, how do we get that? We can use of a key method called as a get, and then we'll try to print it. Let's see here. So I just wanted to get the value of model. So model is the key, and I wanted to get the value of this model. So let's try to understand what I can do. So you can see just by mentioning, by using the method get and giving the key, we can get the value. Similarly, for the other methods also you can make use of. You would like to delete, you can delete, and you can see here the definitions are given, like return the value of the specified key. Copy, so it returns a copy of dictionary. For an example, say how we can make a use of the dictionary and all, right? The values are already given. With that, we can understand when to use clear, when to use comp, when to go for a pop. So basically pop, there is a difference between clear and the pop, right? So removes the pop basically removes the element with the specified key, whereas the clear basically removes all the elements from the dictionary. This That's all for this video, where you we have a little understanding, good understanding on different collection types in Python, whether it is a list or tuple or set or dictionary, and it has a different features which we need to understand in detail if you do the more practice on that by using the different element in different methods applicable for each dictionary type, each collection type, whether it is a dictionary or list. So fine, that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll talk more about iterative statements or conditional statements. How do we use the loop? How do we while loop? How do we use, for loop? And we'll understand more about the other conditional statements like if, then, else, and all this stuff. So thank you for joining this session. Thank you so much. We'll continue the next week.